Right, okay, moving straight on to streaming. We have a couple of trilogies for you, so you guys are going to be spoilt for choice. Now, for me, this first set of trilogies, I have to say, I followed it back in the day with all the hype and the Oscars.
Back in the day?
Well, it's early 2000s, man. Like, come on.
It was now. Yeah, it was back in the day now, wasn't it?
20-odd years ago, or thereabouts, 15 to 20 years ago. This is the gift that just kept on giving. This is Lord of the Rings Trilogy on Prime from Friday, the 1st of May. What's interesting about
today, so that's all there for you to watch. Now, I should stress as well, we're not sure which versions of these are on there. One assumes the theatrical versions, or that they could be extended. We don't know.
Wow, yeah, actually, that's interesting, because I was just about to say you've got at least about 10 hours, if not more, of your life that you can just do.
12, I think, if you go for the extended as well. About half a day. We're checking out the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's a hell of a cinematic marathon.
Well, it is, but what I think is quite interesting is whether or not it is going to not date, essentially. Do you know what I mean? Like the effects and things like that.
I've always been quite surprised. I've always found the special effects in Lord of the Rings, except for the time that Legolas, skis his way down an elephant trunk. Except for that, I think the special effects tend to stay relatively timeless. It's not until The Hobbit that it all starts to fall apart. The CG becomes really rubbish and ropey. I think LOTR, though, darn good.
Yeah, don't remind me of the high frame rate in The Hobbit.
Oh, no.
We all walked out and went, what have we just seen?
Why would you do this to us?
Yeah.
So let's talk then about our other trilogy, which is joining on Thursday, May the 7th on Amazon Prime. I think there's something in the water. They're going franchise mad. It's the Oceans Trilogy is coming to the platform.
Way more up my street. I mean, I could rewatch Ocean's 11 again and again. And actually, do you know what? I didn't mind the all-female version as well.
I was just going to say, you're like a prime candidate for one of Ocean's 8 yourself, Bex. I mean, I could absolutely see you as a slick, urbanite, feminine con grifter. I could absolutely see that.
Well, what you don't know won't hurt you, and I might be doing that on the side. So.
I always wonder why you never return the call on the first go. Never mind. So, Ocean's Trilogy on there. No word on Ocean's 8 yet, but we shall see on that one. And of course, one last one to tip you off. And this was meant to go theatrical, I think, but didn't really go very wide. And that's Ophelia, which is coming to Netflix on Tuesday, May the 5th. This was a solo venture for Daisy Ridley post Last Jedi. And the idea was to reimagine Hamlet from the perspective of Ophelia. I never got the chance to watch it myself, although I heard very mixed things. I'm intrigued to see Daisy Ridley in a leading role all unto herself, though.
Well, I was going to say, the thing is that with Daisy Ridley, have we seen much of her outside of the Star Wars franchise? Not really. We saw Murder on the Orient Express as one, but again, she wasn't really taking on that leading role. The time is for her now. She needs to make clever choices and do good film roles, which means that eventually she'll be able to break I don't take this in the wrong way, but break the curse of Star Wars and actually become an actress in her own right and being able to do other things as well. If this one didn't really land, then I'm not really sure if there's going to be a good, strong career ahead of her, really.